Hello. So, welcome to a tech review. I've never done tech reviews before, and I'm only going to be reviewing pretty much the most outdated shit in existence. There goes my monetization, because we don't gotta swear in the first 30 seconds of a video, but that's fine. I'm here because I got like a pretty big collection of weird and outdated electronics, and I recently got something which is practically unfindable online, and I can't even find a box of it, and I got it in the box, so I'm pretty sure I should at least document it so it's not lost to time. So, to be fair, we're gonna start with probably the worst camera in existence. No, I'm kidding. We're starting with the worst VR headset in existence. It's a bit of a mess. I bought it secondhand and it's in this beautiful box. It's from a little known company which I don't know if you guys have heard before. It's Vuzix. Yeah, those Vuzix. The ones that make like the 300k euro, dollar, whatever AR headsets or glasses or smart glasses. Well, they apparently made this in sometime. Alright, I found it. Apparently it's launched somewhere around 2010. Either January or November, depending on what date and time format you use, but whatever, it's 2010-ish. And retail price was $395, which is insane, of course, but it is kind of comparable to the price of something like the Rift. Not at release date, but later in its life, the CV1 got cut down to like around $350, and right now most of Meta's headsets, which is only the Quest 2, is also 350 depending on the configuration. So even in the 2010s we were already at the same price point-ish. But let me just show you what it gets you in 2010. By the way, I haven't actually mentioned it. It is the Vuzix Wrap video eyewear, and this is the 920. What does the 920 stand for? I have not a fucking clue. I know they had like different versions in like the wrap, or whatever you want to call it. They had different lineups, and there is a version of like these glasses, but then there's the AR variant, and they basically just have SVGA cameras right here. By the way, these glasses are totally here for show. You can't look through them, so when you're wearing them you're basically just wearing a blindfold with a tiny screen on it, which is basically what it is. But let's just have a closer look right here. That's why we have this tiny ass little camera next to me, and this will be the first time I'll ever record something with it, because I just got it like Saturday, so let's hope the video quality is at least somewhat decent. Alright, so these are the video glasses, and as you see right there, it's the Vuzix 920. Got pretty decent hinges, I guess. It's made in the US of A, I guess, because it says so right there. This ain't no Chinese stuff, even though it kind of feels like Chinese stuff. What is actually impressive about this is that this tiny unit in front of there is basically just bolted to the headset with like, I believe it's just like 2 tiny screws. If you remove those, I'm pretty sure the entire front glasses, which you can't look through anyway, but they still bother to make see-through for some fucking reason. It's relatively compact, the entire unit. You do of course have like this tiny cable coming out of there. You do have like a mini USB type B port for some reason. It says it's for expansion, but I've never seen any expansion options for these things. Then again, I haven't looked that hard, and I just got this like very recently, so forgive me. But yeah, the manual, what does that say? What do you got? You got your Warp Video eyewear, your connector, your battery control box, your stereo earphones, and noise isolator, safety and warranty booklet, composite audio video cable, composite AV cable for iPod. So it does actually connect to an iPod or an iPhone, of course, some very old ass configuration, like whatever they had in 2010. This is a very boring booklet. Alright, let's get back to the glasses. The glasses themselves, well, I got them secondhand, so of course they got some damage. Right here I'm missing a leg, but I'll just 3D print one or just glue one. I mean, I do got the leg, but it's like broken on a piece and it's horrible to get off. Alright, what else is in the box? You got this beautiful little carrying bag, which is perfect for sliding lenses into. And we got the manual, of course, and the entire headset, or as it's called, the ultimate VR experience of the 2010s, is controlled by this little boxy thing right here, which has a plus and minus, a forward, a backward, a return, and a menu button, which is also the on button, which is kind of a weird symbol to use for the on button. I've never seen that. That's a very regretful choice on their end, but that's fine. It has this proprietary, I think it's proprietary Vuzix connector. Like, hold up. Like, or just some really old smartphone connector I don't know about. It's like this Vuzix cable, and I have no idea what kind of cable this is. It's kind of a weird one, but it kind of just plugs into this thing, and you got 3.5mm multi-AV ports that you need to connect a splitter cable to, and then you connect your video source to that, because this thing is dumb. I mean, this is like the dumbest dumb thing you can imagine. This is basically just an LCD TV strapped to your face. It has no motion sensors or anything at all. It's just a static screen, and they boast about it being like 32-inch TV, like 10 feet across or 10 feet away from your face, and it's something like that is really relative, because it really doesn't feel like you have that much space between yourself and the screen you're watching. You still very much know it's like this much away from you, and it feels like barely like half a meter in front of you. You just have a something the size of like a 7-inch tablet lying in front of you, or like hovering in front of you at all times. Oh my god, it makes a noise when you stop recording. That's adorable. Got two more booklets here that I'm not gonna show because no one wants to see them. To see them. Turned full Asian, but seriously, I have no idea what I just said. And I dropped these things, which is apparently they included extra cups for the very, very premium quality feeling headphones they provided. And yeah, I mean, I guess they're headphones. I mean, yeah, they work. Would I call them extremely premium, good quality, noise cancelling earphones? No. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could get better ones for $10 anywhere. Then again, I paid less for this entire unit, so I'm not gonna complain. Alright, one thing I forgot to show, except the earbuds and the extra earpieces that we got here. This is the connector, multi-AV connector, of course. And you just configure your video on it. And one thing I do hate is that it's not color coded. Unlike most of them, they just got it written on there. There's no yellow or red and white for those nice little handy dandy connectors. Is there like a Vuzix business card? There's a Vuzix business card in there. Please don't call them, I guess. Yeah, or do. I'm sure so, I'm not gonna. There's also this iPod connector and another mini AV cable thing. I guess that needs the extra USB port on the glasses, but I'm not entirely sure why. And one other thing, they got a tiny screwdriver in the lid of the battery compartment. And the battery compartment, I'm gonna rant about this a little bit. Yeah, the camera stopped recording and I am not entirely sure what is lost and what isn't, so I'm hoping it's kind of a normal cut between this. But I'm gonna try and see with this tiny handy dandy camcorder if we're gonna look straight through the lens of this thing, so you can actually see what's going on with this little fucking thingy. Alright, I'm gonna have to find a way to actually position this shit, because cables are getting stuck everywhere. Okay, wait. Another fucking design flaw, or just another design flaw, is these hooks at the end. Like, these hooks, they get stuck in my hair, and I don't know why they put them there in the first place. Alright, so this is the screen, if I can film it. Yeah, there it is. So I think they got mirrors, or they definitely got magnifying lenses in there. But, man, this is a pain. Alright, so just hold it, the screen pops on, and you got like a little menu in there. Crispiness is actually pretty crisp. Apparently they can run on batteries for around 6 hours, or at least that's advertised. I myself do not believe this, because most of the reviews were around a short movie. You got different user profiles you can adjust, and all the way at the bottom you can have apparently a power off, because it does that if it doesn't have a video source for long enough. Good job looking at the menu. Alright, at the bottom it has like these 2D/3D switches, which basically really hurt your head and are supposed to be made for 3D content, and apparently it also can detect auto 3D, but I don't know what kind of signal it's looking for. It says it's looking for a signal, so I don't actually know that much about 3D stuff or 3D content. I know it's still a flop. Alright, of course we're gonna have to need something to play on these glasses, and to be fair, I thought we could just get like a DVD player or a movie, but I'm thinking Nintendo 64 will be perfect. Oh no, wait, I'm wrong. The text on the connectors are colored, but the rings in the center are not. Just why even bother? Why even bother labeling them at all then? Just keep it blank, let them guess. Alright, this is also the most dangling spaghetti wire I've ever seen. I do not trust this thing to hold up at all. But it's branded Vuzix, it just feels extremely Chinese. So you connect this to your tiny little battery box, and bada bing bada boom, you got a TV connected to your Nintendo 64 or whatever your heart desires. You know, you want to do anything else, basically a composite audio video port, you can do it. So VHS players, DVD players, maybe a Blu-ray player, and some other consoles, maybe computers or something. Actually, putting a computer on here would be a very, very fun video, but I highly doubt the resolution would be good enough to read text. I mean, you could try to just use a Raspberry Pi on it, and I guess that would be a great VR headset base, or at least like a portable video system, but yeah, it's still missing something, and the batteries do really harm its usability. And it gives you a headache if you do wear it for extended periods of time. So just keep that in mind if you can manage to find one of these in the wild, which is kind of rare. I'd never see Vuzix products here at all, because first off, I'm European, and second off, it is Vuzix. They only make like weirdly high-end AR devices for as well as I'm aware. Alright, I guess that should be it. Alright, I got everything connected. Time to see if it'll work. Alright, so the idea is you just put it on. And you can't really see anything. I mean, you do have a little bit of peripheral vision, but like this right here, this for me is like complete darkness. I can't see anything in the cone out of here. I can see a little bit around here, and I guess I can see why they did make the glass transparent. Shush. I guess I can see why they make it transparent, because you do have a little bit of peripheral vision beside of them, but most of your vision kind of just goes either over or under them, which is a shame, but I guess you can still see the display. It just doesn't sit on your face very well. It's very top heavy and it kind of wants to tilt forwards, so you kind of are sitting here like adjusting the display and moving as little as possible when it's on. So, moment of truth, turn on the bloody thing, turn on this bloody thing, and we're not seeing anything. Is the Nintendo working? Nintendo, hello? Nintendo? Oh no. Oh wait. I think I figured it out, guys. I think the Nintendo would like it if we gave it at least plugged its power supply in. Don't you think? Alright. Reset this thing. Let's go. I'll turn this on again. And it's not showing me anything at all right now. It's on, right? Can I see it's on? It should be on. Why isn't it? Well, it does glitch when I connect something to it, but it doesn't appear to be displaying anything. Oh, no, wait, there it goes. Nintendo 1997. Okay, I may have been too harsh on those headphones, but they're definitely not noise cancelling. And yeah, you kind of just look up all time when you're wearing this, because it should stay like somewhere here, but it doesn't. You know what, guys? I think I take it back. I mean, everything. This has definitely the potential to be a pretty good headset for just a display. I mean, it's not the crispiest, but I think you could be able to read subtitles on something like this. You might have to test it out, but right now I'm just gonna keep looking at the cutscene, and you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna play. See how long it takes before I get a headache. Already getting a headache just because this thing is so saggy. I mean, it is analog video, so it is kind of fuzzy, but it's not bad. It feels very retro, and a game like this fits on here perfectly. Yeah, I can read subtitles for something like Star Fox just fine. So let's just see if it can game. Refresh rate is, I believe it's 60 Hz. They keep sagging off my face. Might as well just tape them to my bloody skull. This is amazing. Alright, I'm taking this back. This may not be a VR headset, but it's definitely some interesting tech. It's, well, basically nowadays we know things like this, like HMDs or head-mount displays, as something as FPV goggles, which are basically what these are, but they're branded something different. Or they were. I think nowadays you can't get away with branding something VR and having something that doesn't have any movement whatsoever, because yeah, don't try and move your head when you're wearing them. That is pretty nauseating, especially when you're used to VR headsets. Yeah, it looks fine. Hell, this is more than fine. I'm gonna try and see if I can get you guys some video of this and not die. Yeah, Falco's gonna die, but that's alright. Alright, Tiny Cam, time to shine. I mean, this definitely isn't the worst, especially given its size, and it's frankly quite more than decent movability. So, fuck, do I want to have a rating system for these videos? Well, there's one more thing I do want to look up before I end this video. I'm still alive. Okay, I'm gonna finish this battle. Alright. So what's the final verdict of this thing? Well, gotta say it's pretty cool. So they got, apparently they got twin 640 by 480 displays, so that's a 4:3 ratio on screen size, which is perfect for anything retro-y console. And like you've seen, it plays them perfectly fine. And I guess people were disappointed they branded this as a VR headset, because it's basically just a drone racing glasses. Also, it does have some drawbacks. Most of the weight is here and it gets hot, and it's very awkward to have it in this position over here, especially since it doesn't have any space to rest on your cheekbones or anything like that. But overall, I really do like these things. It's probably the closest someone like me will ever be to Vuzix tech, even if this tech is 12 years old. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what to say. I guess if you guys ever see a pair of these pop up and it's complete, maybe have a look at it. If you are into weird tech like this, subscribe, and I will just see you in the next video. This thing is so bloody insane, it's ridiculous.